Edie Falco is an iconic stage and television actress who has won critical acclaim and 4 Emmy Awards for her outstanding performances portraying dynamic and strong women characters. Characters such as Carmela Soprano and Nurse Jackie. In the new off-Broadway play, The True, Falco portrays another fascinating, powerful woman, Polly Noonan, a real historical character who was a close political confidant of Albany Mayor Erastus Corning, one of the longest-serving mayors in American history. The play has been described as an intimate portrait of the bounds of love, loyalty, and female power in the male-dominated world of 1977 patronage politics. Here's a look.
That is not the way it should work, Bill.
That's
No.
the way it is.
The committeeman's responsible for every single person in his district, every single one. Republican, whatever, communist. Maybe not communist. Bill, this is how it all works, okay?
Okay.
As a committeeman, you are the backbone of the party, okay?
Thank you.
The assistance your aunt got that your mother should have got. Now, the people in a committeeman's district, he knows their names. He knows their children's names. Committeeman is responsible for bringing in the voters in his district, and he makes sure those voters are Democrats.
Edie Falco joins us now. Edie, thanks so much for joining us
Happy
today.
to be here.
You know, there's a campaign, a subway campaign that you're participating in, but you know, why you love New York in 25 words, I only have 5. Getting to see The True.
Oh, come on.
It was so wonderful.
That's so nice.
We were knocked over.
Thank
my
you
wife and I.
so much.
It's just brilliant. It's
Thank
just
you
a
very
brilliant
much.
play. And who would have guessed it? A play about 1977 Albany politics.
Right.
But it's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
So listen, the play is based on a real historical character.
Yeah.
And in fact, all the major characters have been written about a lot.
And not only that, the granddaughter of the character you play is our very own junior senator, Kirsten Gillibrand.
Right.
So you had a lot of resources that which you could have dipped in to prepare for the character,
Right.
but you chose not to.
Right.
Why not?
Well, I have to tell you, when I read the script written by Char White, first of all, I was a fan of his from a play called The Other Place that was around a couple of years ago that Laurie Metcalf was in, and she's one of my all-time favorite actresses. Anyway, when I heard his name, I was thrilled. I read it, and I responded to the script. And the characters and the relationships, all the stuff I always respond to when I'm deciding whether or not it's something I want to work on. And it was only some time after that that I was told that this is a true story, or based at least on true people.
Can I ask you, how do you usually prepare for a character?
I have no idea. I got to tell you, I have no idea. I don't know. You know, the same way I prepare for anything. Whenever, I forget when it was, but it was some time ago when I read the script and said, yes, I would love to work on this play. It hadn't been cast. You know, we didn't know anything about it. All I had was the director, Scott Elliott, with the new group, and the script. So I put it aside and I leave it there. I don't pick it up. I don't read it again. I leave it alone until all the pieces are together, like until it's been cast or in rehearsal, because I know my brain will start to work on it in some way before everything's in place. So what I do is I leave it alone, and when we're all together and we want to build this thing together is when I start.
You know, I recently had the opportunity to speak to the wonderful, amazing Glenda Jackson, and I asked her that question, how do you prepare for a role? She said, well, she just starts to learn how to look at the world through her character's eyes. I wonder how the world looks through Polly Noonan's eyes.
I don't know. I would say she has an idea of the way she wants things to be, and I think she really does think it may be the best way for people. I think there is genuine altruism there, you know. She's you know, she mentions a number of times that, you know, Democrats are people who care about people. And I think that at least was the origin of her interest in politics. I mean, I imagine maybe everybody's original interest.
You know, the persistent undercurrent of the play is your relationship, or Polly's relationship, with Mayor Corning. They are, as in real life, the play talks about how there were rumors that they were having a love affair, or that they were lovers forever, because she worked with him for 40 years. The play seems to puncture that, but clearly there was love between these two characters. What kind of love do you think?
You know, I think it's the kind that exists all over the place, that is sort of categoryless, you know? She loved these two men. She loved her husband and she loved the mayor, but I think it was a complicated one, and I think Polly's husband, Peter, also loved the mayor in his own way. You know, they had a threesome kind of pact of friendship and whatever else that might be. You know?
And it's through this sub-theme of the play that you see the vulnerability of Polly, which actually accentuates her strength. It's like the salt in the chocolate, right? But talking about the strength of the character and the strength of the characters that you've had the ability to play, are roles like that more plentiful or just as scarce in your experience as they've been? Strong women characters?
I got to say, I don't know. And I've heard that throughout all my years of work about, it's hard to find good roles for women. I don't know. I can only speak from my own experience that I've been exceedingly lucky that I have been able to happen upon. And also, I am drawn to the kinds of roles that are complicated and rich, and it seems like they've been there when I've looked for them. And I think they might be more plentiful now, just based on what's on television and what's around, and stories are being written about complicated people like that are likable and awful at the same time, like many people I love.
So I would be remiss if I didn't mention your castmates, who are just unbelievable as well. Michael McKean, Peter Scolari, and John Pankow, if that's how you pronounce it. I love that guy.
Yes.
I've seen him on the subway all the time. I always want to go to him.
He's
I never
great.
did.
They're all great. We couldn't have done better, I think.
Well, listen, congratulations. It's a wonderful play.
Thank you.
I mean it with all my heart, and thanks so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
The new group's production of The True will be playing at the Pershing Square Signature Center through October 28th.